about some. Okay. So as of now, we discussed about all the topic related, right? So let's go with the some differently projects. What kind of a projects will be have? Okay, how to approach and what we need to do and all. Okay,
Mm.
generally we'll discuss about that points. Okay, so
Okay.
generally we have implementation project. So Venkat, you are there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay, okay, okay. So implementation project and the support project. Okay, then a rollout project, then upgradation project. Okay, sometimes it may be have the enhancement projects. Okay, okay. So these are the different types of the projects we have generally. Okay, so they are calling different names and all. Okay, so what is the implementation? Implementation is nothing but like it is kind of the full full implementation, full implementation of your client. Okay, so they might be using some other third party, maybe other software, or maybe they don't have any software. They want to be start using the SAP application. Okay, so then they will be go with the implementation project. Okay, that is the they will be start with the scrap. Okay, so they will be start with scrap and they will be implementing the SAP softwares, applications and database, everything they will be planned. Okay, if coming to the support, okay, there will be a different kind of support will be there. There will be AMS support will be there. AMS support is nothing but like a annual maintenance support. Okay, so there might be have the agreement like okay, yearly there will be like 1500 incidents have to be solved. Okay, and if there is any bug fix are there. Okay, bug fix is nothing but like if there is a program bug or something code changes needs to be done. Okay, that maybe bug fix and all they will be calculated like 100 hours or 200 hours like they will be calculated. Okay, so that is the support project. Okay, it's yeah, it is a annual maintenance support. It is like a yearly basis, maybe. Okay, yearly basis, or sometimes what will happen, they will be have the 4 years agreement, long term agreement, 5 years agreement, or it is maybe every 3 years it will be renewal like that. They have the some support projects will be there, and some support projects will be like based on the uh, count of incidents. Okay, so might be they say that 100 per month if it is a 100 incidents or 150 incident, and if it is crossing that, they will be charging extra charges. And if there any code fixes are there, that again how many hours it is calculated, that again they will be calculated and they will be charging that. That's so that is the one kind of the support. Okay, so it's based on the incidents, or it's based on the bug fix, or it's based on the annual maintenance and monthly maintenance and all. It will be there. Okay, so there will be a support again. It will be like dedicated support will be there. Okay, and it will be like a shared support will be there. Okay, so dedicated support is nothing but like a individual. That means so you are dedicatedly working for that project and you are supporting to that client dedicatedly. Okay, you are not working for any other project. And share support project is nothing but like a along with your client, you have the multiple clients like 3 to 4 clients you are supporting based on the priorities and based on uh, the agreements and all. You are working on the tickets. Okay, so that is the share services. You can call share support or you can say share services. Okay, so if you go to small companies and all small IT supporting companies, what they will be planning that instead of going with dedicated support, they can go with the share support. Because why? Because it is too expensive, right? If it is dedicated support, one person needs to be work on PP, one person has to be work on FI, one person has to be work on PM, one person is working on FI. Like dedicated team have to be work. Okay, so in that case, it will be like expensive, little bit expensive, right? And if it is share services, it will be like based on the 2 to 3 clients we are supporting one person, so the burden will be very low. Whenever it is required, they will be connecting to the people who are working in the shift, and they will be working on that based on the priority again. Okay, so that is the shared services. Okay, and when you are working on the support to projects, there will be like P1, P2, P3, okay, P4 kind of the tickets will be there. Okay, P4, P1, P2, P3 kind of the works tickets will be there. P1 is the critical. It is like a so it is a very emergency, and the system, it is completely crashed. Or it maybe it's not even the business is not able to run, and entirely it's server down. Even the users are not able to operate that. Those kind of things and all which will come under the critical. Okay, if they are not able to operate anything, then that will be the entire business is down and all. Okay, that will be the critical, and there will be a high priority ticket. Okay, so high priority ticket is nothing but like a it's kind of the application. Suppose if there is any application which is not able to run, that impacting on the site, entire site, maybe the entire plan they are not able to do. Okay, so in that case they can consider that P2. So P1 is nothing but like it's a global impact. Okay, so if it is global impact, like okay, entire system is server down and it is not able to run anything or anything, which we are losing uh, dollars, maybe losing the lakhs of the dollars we are losing, okay, because of the software which is not implement, it is not working there. So in that case, we can go with the critical, and it is when it is like a high priority ticket, it's kind of the if it is a local plant, that plant cannot be other plants are not working, but this plant having some issue and they cannot able to run anything on that. In that case, it will be go with the high priority ticket. And P3 ticket, generally most of the people they are using medium tickets. Okay, so general issues and other things which we are considering as a medium ticket. Okay, so that medium tickets again, okay, depends on the client. Okay, whether they want to go with medium priority or low priority, that will be depends on the client. Okay, so where exactly it is impacting? So I just defined that prioritization P1, P2, P3 before the ticket. Okay, so where it is impacting, where it exactly it is impacting. So if you see that, okay, P1 and P1 if it is there, so there will be a like cycle. Okay, SLA cycle will be there. So SLA cycle is nothing but like a there will be like response and resolution. Okay, so response SLA is nothing but like a okay acknowledgement. It's like a acknowledgement. So within a few seconds you have to be acknowledge the ticket. So they must be assigned to someone and they are started working on that. They have to be acknowledged. That is a acknowledgement. And resolution is nothing but like a what after assigned to that person. So whether he resolved the ticket and what it is like. Okay, what resolution they provided, all this thing, the resolution time, okay, that is counted in the resolution. Okay, so here again the system will check that, okay, what is the status of the ticket. So generally status of ticket will be like open, okay, and in progress, then on hold, okay, then close, okay, or maybe it is resolved. Okay, resolved is different, and clause will be different. Okay, so like we have the different status will be there. Okay, so when it is open, that means it is not assigned to anyone, then the response SLA will be started. Okay, and when it is in progress, someone is working on this ticket, then the resolution time will be started. If it is on hold and it is pending from the user, pending with user, okay, some inputs or something which you are expecting, then the resolution will be stopped because you are expecting some data from the vendor, from the user. Okay, so that's what it is start. Or maybe it may be you already completed the resolution, you provided the resolution, but you need to get some confirmation from the user. In that case also you just mention that on hold and pending with the user. Okay, that means pending with caller. You can say caller, you can say user as well. No, okay. That is the on hold. So resolved is nothing but like it is something like it is already resolved. Okay, so I just putting that resolved and the resolution note I just updated in the service now. Okay, the resolution note I just updated and the resolved information. Now, what is the difference between the close and resolved? Resolved is nothing but like a initially you just mentioning that okay the resolution was provided and we just putting like status as resolved. Okay, so there will be user having that time, user have to review and confirm that having that time 3 days time will be there. Okay, the 3 days, within the 3 days, okay, within the 3 days he can they can reopen they can reopen the ticket. Okay, from resolve status to open in progress and all they can do. Okay, but if it is closed, that means after 3 days, if you not the user is not responding anything and it's so I thought that it is resolved and it is automatically closed. After it's closed, then it's very difficult to reopen. Okay, clear? So you didn't have the access for that. So all the status will be there in the service now. So service now is the one ticketing tool. Okay, so it is a ticketing tool which tracking of the all tickets which is created with priority of the P1, P2, P3, P4. Here also how they are decided like P1, P2, P3. Again, that it depends on the agreement. Okay, so the urgency and impact there will be like impact will be there and criticality will be there. Okay, so impact if it is urgency and okay, urgency and impact both will be there. Okay, so if impact will be the medium, okay, and urgency is critical, okay, then what will be happen? It is like system will consider that okay, it's very critical and medium, so it will be considered like high priority. Okay, if it is a urgency critical and impact will be medium, impact will be low, then it will be like a medium priority ticket. So like depends on the what they have the agreement and how it is designed in the service node. Based on that, it will be work. Okay, so generally the status will be so the priority will be updated based on the impact and urgency. Okay, so that's what it will work P1 and P2 and P3. So again, there will be like time intervals which I said. So time interval, time counting will be there. Okay, this will call as a clock calculation, time clock calculation. How it will be started? If it is a response SLA, okay. So within the 30 minutes, you need to be respond and acknowledge that. So then response SLA will not be breached. Okay, and the resolution SLA based on the priority ticket. Okay, if it is a critical ticket, then within the 4 hours you have to be generate. 4 hours you have to be closed. Okay, if it is a critical and it is a high priority ticket, within 8 hours you have to be closed. Okay, and if it is a medium priority ticket, then within the 2 days you have to be closed. 3 days, 2 3 days like that, it will be like 2 days to have to close. Okay, and if it is a low priority ticket, within 4 days to have to close. Like it will be there. Okay, so that it will be calculated based on hours. Okay, so and based on your critical, based on your priority of ticket, what it will be work. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so when they're asking about service now or SLA matrix and all, you need to tell that this SLA matrix like it will work. Resolution it is like within 4 hours for critical, within 8 hours for the high priority, and within 2 3 days it is a medium priority and low priority is 4 days like that. You have to tell. And response actually, if they are asking about it, then within a 50 minutes have to be respond for the critical, 30 minutes for the P2, and within the 4 hours for the P3, within 8 hours for the P4 like that. You have to say.
For high priority, only less time should be required, right? But it will is more than critical.
Sorry.
Like for high priority, like it should be like less hours, right?
Less hours only, right? Within 8 hours.
Okay. For critical, 4 hours.
Critical is 4 hours. High priority. Topper is the critical. Critical means even the system is not moving anything. Nothing
Okay.
happens. Okay. So it's completely shut down. The factory is shut down because of the software is not working. Okay. It's kind of the shutdowns and all. Clear? Even high priority tickets also, it's like a site level. They will be just so there will be some definition is there. So users unnecessarily they will be creating that high priority ticket and critical ticket, but you must be understand that whether this is the qualified to the
High
uh,
priority or
high
critical.
priority or critical ticket. Okay. Okay. So that will be the part of the this SLAs and all. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a part of the support. Okay, and so this is the incident management. Generally we call it incident management cycle, management related. Okay, so this is incident management, and there will be a bug fixes and all be there, right? Bug fix, and if there is any code changes, okay, or any enhancements or anything which you are performing, which the developer is performing, okay, again the transports and transport will be created, right? TR will be created, right? Transport request number. Okay. So this transport request number generally we can, some clients we can directly create in the development system, but some clients what we need to do, we need to be create a CD. Okay, change document CD. You need to be created in the CD. The transport request requirement number have to be generated. The transport request will be generated. Here again, TRs we have two types of the TR. One is workbench, and one is the customized related. Okay, customized TR and workbench TR, customization TR and workbench TR. Okay. So what is the difference between customization tier and workbench tier? It is a workbench tier generally using for the technical purpose, which is like tables, database, code changes and all. Customization tiers, which is like a configuration related, all the changes which will be doing in the customization tier. Okay, so when you are planning to create the transport request number, okay, you must be know about that, whether you want to be create a workbench tier, whether you want to be create customized tier, that you need to be understand. Clear? Clear?
Yeah, clear.
So, Venkat, do you have any questions on this one?
No, sir, no.
Okay. Okay. So this is the what generally transport request number will we can do in the development system also directly, or if they have G-charm and charm kind of the tool if they are using, they have to be create CD, and under the CD they will be creating the transport requirement number. Okay. So generally there will be so many tools are there. Okay. Charm will be there. G-charm they will be called charm. Okay. Service now is there, which is for service now for tickets and problem. So again, the above in the service now, okay, there will be a different kind of the request we can create. We can create a request. We can create a problem. Okay, we can create a incident number. Okay, so like different document numbers can be created. So a request is nothing but like something new. It may be onboarding of that. Maybe you are requesting for your password change. You're requesting for your roles extension. That and all you can do. Problem generally it is like a code fix and something that you are doing. Okay, and there will be incident number. Okay, incident number which is for the generally P1, P2, P3, P4 and all, it will be work. So generally incident having the P1, P2, P3, P4, and even problems and request also we have, but that much is not impacted because request problems and all it will be take little bit time. So they will be give some time to modify that or some time to process for that. But incident is something like a it's it's kind of the error, or it may be it kind of a process gap or something. That okay, process problem, something which is like user stuck in that process, they will be creating as an incident. Okay, clear? And apart from this, there will be a CR number will be there, change request. Okay, that they generally using for the any implementation or any enhancements. Okay, kind of the code changes and implementing some logic and all, and maybe reports generation and like okay, those kind of things. They can go with the change request. Anything which is change new request, that will be created with change request. Okay, clear? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So depends on your client. They can use different kind of the software. Okay. Out in that service now is the one of the software. Charm is the one software. Okay. E-request is the one software. Okay. There are so many things are there. So many which is there. Okay. It depends again client how they are using and all. Okay. Clear?
Okay.
That is the ticketing tools and all. That's what ticketing tool. Okay, so mostly we are using for the supporting projects and all. We are using. Okay, and Charm we are using for the workbench TRs and all. It will be like they can use for the implementation also. Okay, enhancements and implementation. And other than this one, we have solution manager also. Okay, solution manager also one kind of okay, one kind of the application. It is little bit expensive. It is SAP Solution Manager. What will be happen in the Solution Manager? You need to be login, and if you some clients have to be like so, you need to be login to the Solution Manager, and you need to be do the configuration changes and create transports and all. You will be doing in the Solution Manager. It depends again. It is a little bit expensive Solution Manager. Okay. Okay. So these are all, it's like a different kind of thing. Now coming to the, this is a support. Any questions on the support projects? Any issues, any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now coming to the rollout. What is the meaning of rollout? Okay. Rollout is nothing but like a, if you already using SAP and your client is extending their business to the multiple cities or multiple countries or somewhere, multiple states and all, maybe it is extending to the other plant. Okay. So that generally we are calling as a rollout project, plant rollout project. They have the new branch or new warehouse, new, I think that we call as if you are implementing the business process for that plant and everything, that will become under the rollout process. Clear? Clear? It's just like a extension of the your branches and other things. Okay, and coming to upgradation, which is like upgradation is nothing but like a version change. Okay, so if you have the ECC 6.0 and EHP1, then you are upgrading to EHP2, upgrading to EHP3, upgrading to EH4, or if you are using ECC 5.0, then you are upgrading to ECC 6.0. Okay, so that when they are upgrading to the system, they will be having the maintenance activities and all. That maintenance activities, they will say that okay, you need to do some functional, uh, you need to do some verifications and checking all the database tables, master data, and other things and all. You have to be performed if anything which is impacted because of the upgrade. Okay, and enhancement coming under the enhancement, it's kind of the some business process need to be implemented or some enhancement needs to be implemented or logic building to the new logic is building in the process. That's kind of things which is small enhancement, they will go with that. Okay, if they need some device to operate, that device they are doing and that device they are building in that SAP software and designing to that. That is called one enhancement. So enhancement is nothing but like it's kind of the build anything. Okay, it might be small project. You can consider as a small project that having that some business change or some additional functionalities to be add something. It is kind of that. Okay, so these are the different types of project. Okay, again, if you go to implementation projects, again, different steps are there, different process steps are there, implementation, because it's completely new. How you are proceeding and how you are planning to implement and all, it is a one kind of a process. So generally in implementation process, what will be happen? Okay, they will be start with that. Okay, kickoff meetings. That means kickoff meeting is nothing but like their stakeholders and our consultant there will be connecting each together. They will be connecting and they will be discussing about their business process and all, and they will be discussing that. Okay, these are the process, this is the what they're expecting and all. They'll be, so it's just kind of the introduction part, which is like a kickoff meeting. That will be started with, it start with kickoff meeting. Okay, so it's different process steps are there. Generally, earlier they are using like SAP methodology. Okay, SAP methodology. This is one kind of a methodology. They are following the steps. So for a implementation project. Okay. Methodology. So what it will be happen in the SAP methodology? Okay, they will be having the some steps out there like project preparation. Okay, then blueprint and realization. Okay, and project. Okay, uh, go live support and all. They will be having the some steps are there in the this process is like implementation project that generally having the SAP methodology. That's called as a SAP methodology. Okay, SAP methodology. So this SAP methodology is nothing but like a what are the process steps? What are the process steps are there? What are the process steps involved in the implementation project? Okay. So what is generally what information is there? Suppose project preparation. So they'll be starting with the discussions and all these things, the kickoff meeting and what it is required, what information it is required, what process they are following, and what process they are expecting. All these things they will be discussing. So kickoff meeting is nothing but like it's kind of the introduction, introducing to the stakeholders, what expectation on what it is there, that will be the kickoff meeting. Then they will be preparing the blueprint. Okay, preparation of blueprint. Here what will be happen? They will be having that. Okay, then this is also called business blueprint. Okay, so what will be happen here? They will be creating that has is to be document. Okay, to be and has is document, to be document. Okay, and blueprint and all gap document also, there will be gaps also they will be find. Okay, so all these things it will be there in here. So in the business blueprint, what we have, has is nothing but like a what you're expecting. So we're just understanding that, okay, from the business side, client side, what the process they are following and how they're expecting, what they're expecting in SAP, that we are preparing the has is. And to be document is nothing but like a, so everything it is not possible with standard, right? Maybe the client is using different process, might be that is not in the SAP standard. Okay, so you must be mapped with that as is document to be document. That means as is document have all the requirements that you're mapping to be document. Okay, this process can be done by this process, this process can be done by this process, like you can map that. If there is anything which is not fulfilled with the standard, that we consider as a gap, and we'll be finding the some alternative solution other than the standard. Clear? Okay, so that everything they are preparing in this business blueprint, and they will be preparing the document, and there you just clearly mention it. Okay, this is the what we understood, this is the what requirement, so this is what they are looking into that. These are the what they have the material group, purchasing group, document types, different all these things you are designing that. Okay, so that you need to be take the sign off. So business blueprint sign off if it is completed. Okay, business blueprint sign off if it is completed, that means the requirement gathering is completed. Okay, so you must be take the sign off from the client. Okay, this is what we understood. Okay, this is the I just documented. You just please sign up the document, then we'll be start to update, upgrade, start to applying the all these changes into the SAP system. Designing that changes into the SAP system. Okay, clear?
Gaps means what, sir? Gaps.
Gap is nothing but like if the client is using some business process, but that is not available in the standard SAP.
Okay.
Okay, so if it is in the standard, if it is not possible, but you must be think some alternative solution, maybe customization or maybe development or some designing and all, but that is not there, so that is the gap. You must be you're giving some alternative solution that is not matching, or maybe that will like a customization something. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, clear? So that is a business blueprint. Then once the sign up document is completed, you have all the requirement, then what you can do, you start to realization. Okay, realization is nothing but like you are applying the changes, your configuration doing, you are planning to implement the reports, you're planning to implement the code changes, all these things it will come under the realization. And unit testing and also. Okay, they are doing unit testing and some user manuals and all they will be doing in the realization part. Okay, so realization part is nothing but like what you understand from the business blueprint that you are designing into the system. You are designing into the system. You are ready to that system to further usage. Okay, so you might be do the some testing and all also here. Clear? Clear? Any questions here? Any questions? Okay, that was the realization. Then final preparation. Final preparation is nothing but like a okay. So after realization, everything it is completed. You are performing some UAT. User is performing because you already did the testing, integration testing, regression testings, and okay, performance testing and all you performed. Then final preparation, what you are doing, you are taking approval from the users. Okay, this is what we discussed and this is what we are implemented. You just cross check that they will be performing the testing and all. They will be user accepting testing. They will do. Okay, user accepting testing. They will do. Okay, so here we will be here once UAT is completed. You are doing some user training, and before also you can do user training, and you are preparing from user manuals. Those everything will be sharing to the users. Okay, so once the UAT is accepted, then they are okay to move the changes to production live system. Then you can start your go live. Okay, so in the final preparation, they will be having some cutover activities also. Cutover activities is nothing but like before starting the live system, what data which is required, maybe master data which is required, number ranges which is required, okay, some transactionals which is already posted in the non-legacy system to legacy systems like legacy system to non-legacy system like okay, so which is non-SAP to SAP, okay, the data which we need to maintain here. So before you going to go live system, yeah, I'm just preparing them. I'm just ready with the data, which is like a master data, stock and POs, open POs, anything which is there that we are performing in the cutover activities. Okay, clear? Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then after once the cutover is done, then we'll be performing the go live. Okay, so they will be start using the user start using the SAP application for live business. Okay, so after that they might be having the post go live support. Okay, so that is nothing but like it's will be to giving support to on once the go live is completed. It depends on the uh, what agreement they have. Maybe they will be having that 15 days or maybe 30 days. Okay, or 45 days depends on that project length and all. They will be giving the support, post go live support. This was the free of cost they will give because okay until the users are comfortable with, okay, within 15 days 30 days they will give and they will be giving the KT sections to the whoever the next supporting AMS team and all, they will give the KT section. KT is nothing but like a knowledge transfer. Okay. Clear? So it is the kind of the implementation project. It depends again, business to business or client to client, or it may be IT company to IT company. They are following different process. But this is the one of the methodology, SAP methodology, the standard SAP methodology, which we are using for the implementation. Okay. Nowadays we also have some different platform, different methodologies are there. It is like some kind of the agile methodology. Okay. Okay, there will be some methodology like automatic methodology. Some methodologies are there. That methodology again, different process they are using. Okay, that means while starting initial itself, we are presenting that in the SAP what it is possible, what it is not possible, how it will works, and all. We are presenting that. Then we are taking the priority wise. We are closing the requirements. That will be the common agile methodology. Okay, they will be having the sprints and all different sprints. So priority, the client they can choose the priorities out of the requirement that priorities will be closed initially. Here we are going step by step, right? But there you can go priority basis. If suppose client is asking that this is very important, first you complete this requirement, then I have to go with that requirement and will be complete for that. So we'll be planning that sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 2 like that cycles we are planning. Okay, clear? That is called agile methodology. Agile methodology. Okay, that is a recently they are using agile methodology. Some of the companies. So here we have the sprints and all. Okay, they will be deciding that requirement based on the requirement, first priority of the requirement. They will be closing. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? It won't be take much time, right? Because my client is asking, so we are uh, taking this as a priority and we are closing this. Then we are planning for the next sprint. What are needs to be closed next sprint. Okay, but in the above process, what will happen? Okay, irrespective of the priority, we are going with a small sequence per sequence and we are closing the ticket. So it might be take 12 months, 13 months, 16 months, 18 months, 20 months, 24 months, 2 years, 3 years, like that. It will be take. So agile methodology, like it's a shortest to shortest week. You can close the requirement as per the client requirements, as the requested priority. Clear? Okay. So that is the one methodology they are using. Okay, so that generally we are using the implementation project. So even the upgradation project, so even in the rollout projects also, okay, generally they can use this type of methodologies. Yes, Venkat. Do you have any question? Okay, so this is the kind of the process what they are following to do the implementation project. Okay, okay. Now, so sometimes what will happen, maybe SAP, my clients are using SAP, but maybe after few days, after few months, after few years, maybe 10 to 15 years they are using, then they need to re-implement that process again. Maybe they have changed the process and the entire SAP system they want to be upgrade or something which is like they want to be re-implement that also we can use the same process you can re-implementation or implementation mostly to be like same. Okay, very rare cases re-implementation will come, but that means they are already using SAP but they are not satisfied with that the changes and all, they want to be re-implement again that design and all. Okay, in that case they can go ahead with that re-implementation. Okay, so any questions? Any questions?
Sir, generally, for our project, how many years will it take, sir?
It depends again. Okay, sometimes they'll be having 4-5 years also, 1 year also, 6 months also, 4 months, 3 months projects also.
4-5 years also the project.
4-5 years also project will be there sometimes. If it is a larger plants, larger companies, if it is some government, if suppose there was some government project it is there, maybe it will be take 3 years, 4 years, long project is it. Okay, so generally it will be start to 3 months. Okay, minimum 3 months which is required. Okay, it is less very small organization like 3 months they can use, but mostly it will be like 6 to 8 months. Okay, it will be take generally 6 to 8 months it will be take generally. Yeah, more than that also it is possible sometimes. Okay, and nowadays nowadays it is very shortest period they're choosing that 4 months. Within 4 months, 3 months they are planning to implement the process, but generally it will be take 6 months, minimum of 6 months it will be take. Okay.
Sir, before you said 4 to 5 years project, before before we know it, sir, before sitting in the
So
project,
yeah,
we can.
yeah, starting itself you are aware about it because if suppose I have 1100 branches are there or maybe 1500 branches are there, maybe 4 to 5 company codes are there. Okay, different company code, different branches, multiple projects, multiple process are there. So it may be larger project. Okay, in that case it will be take 3 to 4 years, 2 to 3 years like that. It will be there. Okay, some projects it will be not all the project. It's rarely it will be like 3 to 4 years, 2 to 3 years like that. So maximum within 1 year they will be closed. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Any other questions?
Sir, in implementation, how for 1 year project,
Oh.
how much staff will be there, sir, in the project? For
No, it's
MM,
again depends. It depends again. Okay,
sir,
project to
generally,
project.
sir,
Generally, if it is a small project, mostly to be like 4 people. Okay, so what they will be doing that one senior consultant and okay, then two consultants and one junior consultant like that because testing and all will perform by junior consultant and all. Design will done by lead consultant or senior consultant. The consultant will do the some user manuals and training and all they will do. Like they will be dividing that. Okay.
sir, if you take for MM, at least 3 to 4 people will be there, right?
3 to 4
Uh,
people will be there. Depends. It depends again. Sometimes one person also can do.
Entire project, sir, entire project,
Uh,
1%.
Entire project. One person also can do.
Means he is a senior consultant. He is.
I did alone the entire implementation. It depends again. We can do. Maybe the cut down activities time might be they need some other help, but that junior consultant and all they will use. But generally 1, 2 persons also can do. It depends on the project scope. It is like 1%, 2%, 3% also they can do. Okay. There must be FA consultant, there will be MM consultant, WM consultant, ST consultant, PP consultant like that. Different team will be there. Okay. Clear? Some people will work from on-site, some people will work from offshore only. Okay. Clear?
Is that clear?
Okay. Any other questions?
Sir, regarding, sir, information gathering,
Mhm.
how will we gather the information, sir?
And
From the
you will need to ask that what kind of a process they are following and what kind of purchasing they are doing, what kind of the team they have. Okay, how they are decided that payment terms and all terms and conditions and terms. Okay, tax codes, input tax codes and all. You need to be discussed. The general business point of view, you have to discuss. Not from the SAP point of view. You need to discuss general point of view. So what kind of a procurement they have. Suppose if I just discuss with my client, okay, so generally what kind of procurement you, so did you purchasing the consumables, did you purchasing the raw materials, did you purchasing that stock transport, how you are doing transport, stock transport and all. Okay, so do you have the services, do you have that any agreements and all, long-term agreements and that. So everything that you need to discuss. Then you have to propose how it we can do in SAP. Okay.
Sir, that discussion, how many days is going to happen, sir? At least 1 or 2 months? To know the
Depends.
process.
It depends if you have. So there's sometime what will happen, they will directly ask you to submit that what you have that. Based on that, we will justify that whether we have this or this process, whether we don't have this process and all. Okay, they will ask that, okay, just explain about it, what process you have, that process we have or not, they will explain. Sometimes what they will explain, and so it will be generally like 1 month, generally 40 days and 1 month, 15 days, depends again. Okay.
Sir, one more thing, it's my general scheme. Sir, as a junior level consultant, what's the role should be there, sir? If I'm planning to go as a junior level consultant,
Uh,
what the rules will be? How many years experience going to have we have, sir? For junior
I
level.
think junior level it will be like 3, less than 3, might be. Less than 3 years with general college, junior consultants.
What about role, sir?
Junior consultant. Junior
Okay.
consultant or depends again, okay, how they maybe they have the junior consultant, they have the business analyst, okay, or maybe they can say that junior business analyst. So it depends. Client to client, they have the different roles. Company to company, they are. So if there is a surgery there, they have calling like a different way. If it is a Gensar is there, they will be using different way. Okay, if they are IBM is there, they will be having the different roles. So it's again organized structure how they define that. Okay, sometimes what will happen, system analyst, they say that is system analyst. Okay, and system engineer. So it depends how they are giving the position and all. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So this kind of so generally how do we are doing like junior consultant, okay, and consultant, okay, senior consultant. Okay, after junior consultant there will be one more is there, associate consultant. Okay, and senior consultant and principal consultant, senior principal consultant. Okay, then lead consultant. Okay, then again project lead. Okay, like project manager. So like that, we have different roles will be there. Depends again client how they are using them. Okay, directors and so senior directors again it will become the other way again management level. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other questions? Okay, if there is any questions, just prepare and come back. Okay, I'll just stop today class. Okay, if anything which is required, just let me know. Okay.
Okay.